A disaster waiting to happen. That's how environmentalists describe the flooding in the southern Philippines and massive loss of life brought on by Tropical Storm Washi a few days ago. A government official has called it a reverse tsunami, where instead of coming in from the sea, huge waves of water cascaded down deforested mountains. It picked up speed as it did so and brought with it loose soil and tons of timber, which then swept through heavily populated sandbars and the valley around the river. Scientists say that government geologists produced a geohazard map as early as 1999, marking these areas around the Cagayan River as flood-prone and uninhabitable. But the advice was largely ignored.
A disaster is not entirely natural. Without the intervention of man in that dynamics, this could not happen this way.
Most of the victims were illegal settlers that were allowed to stay without land titles nor legal status. Those who survived are now homeless and crammed into evacuation centers. Most plan to rebuild exactly where their houses once stood. With no money, they say they have little other choice. Despite being ordered by the president to stop them from doing so, the local mayor says he can't.
What do we do with them? If we will not allow them to go back to these areas, where are we going to put them? When I came in as the mayor, they were already there.
The mayor also says he's not responsible for the mountains around his city being denuded. In the 1980s, there were 30,000 hectares of protected watershed here. Now, there's only 10% of that left.
This is not the time to blame each other. This is the time to try to help us here in the city. We need all the help that we can get, definitely.
But many feel it's time people finally learn to help themselves. Extreme weather conditions brought on by climate change are a reality now, and continuing to harm the environment and be unprepared for its effects is no longer an acceptable excuse. Marga Ortigas, Al Jazeera, Cagayan de Oro, Southern Philippines.